happening? It's because most people start the year with excitement and enthusiasm. However, they lack the habits and the disciplines that will empower them to achieve their goals and realize their dreams. So that's why I tell people I never operate on excitement or enthusiasm. I don't rely on inspiration, which is so funny to me because so many people are inspired by me. So many people are motivated by me, and I'm very humble. But I don't live off inspiration and motivation. Listen, there are not enough quotes. There are not enough reels. There are not enough videos. There are not enough audiobooks on the planet to keep you motivated 24 hours a day. And because I don't rely on motivation and inspiration, I rely on habit and discipline. That is what sets me apart from other people. Because you only do things when you feel like it. You only do things when you're inspired. You only do things when you're motivated. I do things consistently because I have established certain habits and disciplines in my life. And so there are certain things I'm going to do every single day. There are certain things I have accomplished before most people in the world even get out of the bed every single day. And if you establish those disciplines and those habits in your life, it's going to set you apart. It's going to produce a world class life, and it's going to produce an excellence that is unrivaled. So I don't have to worry about competition. I don't have to worry about comparing myself with anybody because I'm the edge in everything that I do. I have developed these disciplines, these habits in my life, and they have empowered me to create sustainable success over and over again. And so before I get too into this is starting the year off right, part three, the undeniable power of action. So we just established that habits and disciplines empower you to achieve your goals and realize your dreams. From experience, I can tell you that it will take more than inspiration and motivation to change your life. If you really want to change your life, it will take both intention and intensity. Write that down. If you want to change your life, you need a mix of intentionality and intensity if you're going to be successful. And so every year, I don't wait till January 1st. Matter of fact, around September or October, I start to look at my life vision. I start to refine that vision and make any kind of changes I want to make. And I really started to set the course for that next 12-month cycle of the year. And so while people like November, December, everybody's trying to get planners and get ready for the next year, I'm so far ahead because I've already been doing that work. And I don't just write things down. I don't just create strategy, but I get very intentional about what I need to do to make certain things happen. And I want you to go back and listen to part one and part two because I really delve into what I mean about being intentional and strategic. Not just writing down a goal, but as we talked about in the last part two, last week's episode, doing deep dives and deep work to get clarity, to understand what it's going to entail, what it's going to require of you, what investments you're going to have to make for certain things to happen and to become a reality in your life. And so you need intention and you need intensity. And this is where I have to warn you because this is what I've come to discover. When you are a person of excellence, and I have worked hard to be a person of excellence, people are going to label you as an extremist and they're going to label you as obsessive. And so you can get offended with that. You can dumb down to mediocre people, or you can pay it no attention because the people that call me obsessive are the people that are living average lives and they're not doing anything impactful. So why would I listen to you? I don't really care what they call it because they can't match the results that I'm able to produce. And so if you want to be excellent, you want to be the best in the world at what you do, it takes intensity. There are some people that say, do you have to do that every day? Is it necessary that you do that all the time? Yes, it is. And when I hear that language, it lets me know that this is a person that does not belong in my life. Because anybody that tries to make me question my disciplines, my habits, or my pursuit of excellence is somebody that does not belong in my relationship constellation. So I'm always amazed at how people acquiesce to average people. And they allow people who are doing nothing, going nowhere, and want nothing out of life to tell them what is too much and what they can have in their own lives. I will never uh, relegate or reduce myself to allowing other people to set the bar and to tell me what's possible for my life. Because what I've come to discover is that if I let anybody else set the bar for my life, it's going to always be too low. It's going to be too low because they are not me. And it's going to be too low because nobody is built like me and nobody else has my mindset. And as much as people may admire and love and respect me and the work I do, you don't have my mindset. You may be able to adopt pieces and parts of how I think, but you're not me. And so, there is a level of intensity that I operate in that very few people operate in. And this is more than perseverance. This is more than endurance. This is more than stamina. This is habits and discipline and rhythm and consistency that has been established in my life over a long, long period of time. And where most people have given up and thrown in the towel, I'm just getting started. And so you got to be intentional and you got to be intense if you want to see certain things happen and become a reality in your life. I can't stay there. Let's keep moving. Intention is really about having the clarity that you need to create the change that you want to see in your life. I don't think I can drive this point home enough this year that we have gotten intention all wrong. Years ago, I taught a whole month class, master class on authenticity, and it was amazing. It was a once in a lifetime opportunity. And one of the first lessons I taught in that class was on intention. And when that class first session was over, people said, I have never heard anybody teach intention the way you taught it, which lets us know, some people said, that most people talking about intention don't know what intention is at all. We say the word because it's a buzzword. It sounds good. It makes us seem important when we say intention. And most of the people telling you to be intentional wouldn't know what intention was if it hit them upside the head. It's deeper than you got to be intentional or you got to do this. It's that there is a clarity that you have to operate in to be intentional. And that's why I just said it's having the clarity you need to create the change you want in your life. Everybody wants to change their lives, but very few people have the clarity that they need to create the change that they want to see in your life. And it is a lack of clarity that cripples most people and robs them of progress. So you want to know why more people are not living their dreams, are not realizing their potential. It is because the lack of clarity cripples most people from making progress. I think back over the years of some of the ambitious projects and things that I wanted to do. And, I have learned to be very careful who I share that information with, because if you share that with a small-minded person, you're going to start to shrink your vision according to their expectations. And so, there are certain things that I only talk about in the company of eagles. I don't talk about that in the room with chickens and geese because they don't live at the same altitude. And so you have to understand that when you're going into anything big or great, you got to have clarity. Now, I'm not telling you that you're going to know A, B, C, D, E, F, G, every piece, but you got to have some type of direction of where you're going, what it's going to take to get there, and what price you're willing to pay for that thing to happen in your life. The days of winging it over. If you're winging your life, you are not living intentionally. Let me say it again. If you're winging your life, you're not living intentionally. And I do not surround myself with people that are winging it through life. You need to have intention. You need to have some clarity. You need to have some focus. You need to be able to hone in on what it is that you really want to do and to achieve in your life. as I stated,